Hi everyone, welcome to today's new video. Today I will be choosing my November TBR through reading prompts. And oh my god, it's already November. I feel like October is not even completed, September is hardly over, so the time is flying by. We're gonna pick our TBR from reading prompts, and I have all kind of reading prompts in this little box. So actually let's start off. I'm gonna pick our first one. Historical fiction. I only have one historical fiction on my entire shelf and I've been avoiding it for months. I think it has been on my TBR for 2 months now. It's Letters in Chemistry and I put it on my TBR every month and then I just refuse to read it. So I'm gonna put it on my TBR this month, like last month and the month before that, but I just know I'm not gonna read it. But I'll try. Next one is contemporary romance. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not because it is flipped. Contemporary romance, that one shouldn't be too hard because there are quite a lot of them. But most books I have right now are upstairs. So I would love to read Cleopatra and Frankenstein actually. I think this is a November book. Like, my books need to fit the season I'm reading in. Like, I'm not gonna read The Spanish Love Deception in winter time. If you do that, you are weird. You need to fit the books to the season, okay? So Cleopatra and Frankenstein, I don't know much about this one. I thought it was literally about the monster Frankenstein and Cleopatra, like Egyptian Cleopatra. But apparently this is just about two people in New York who are called Cleopatra and Frankenstein. And it's contemporary romance. So I should have checked the back and the reviews before buying this book. But we're still gonna read it. Put these over here. The next reading prompt is people on cover. You know what? I don't know if this is cheating, but Queen of Shadows has Aileen, or whoever you want to call her, on the cover. She's a person. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna read Queen of Shadows, the 4th or 5th part of the Throne of Glass series, because I love that series and I want to continue it. Next. I get so tired from reading these. It's a novella and I've read 4 novellas last month for like a reading challenge and I hated them. I hate novellas because they're usually really smutty and I just don't like really smutty books. They can be smutty but they need to have like a plot and they don't have plot because it's a novella. So I don't like novellas, but I will. And I probably will read Blood Moon, I think. So that one looks spicy, but maybe it will be good. Let's hope so. By the way, Blood Moon is about a vampire and a werewolf, which sounds interesting, to say at least. So, a book by a familiar author. That is probably gonna be, I know which one actually. Carrie Soto's Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by her. I love that book. And I've been wanting to pick this book up for such a long time, and why not do it now? I think it's gonna be so good. It's about this woman who retired from tennis, but now someone has kind of broken her record and she gets back from retirement. So like I said, this book is about a woman who comes back from retirement because she had like a world record and some other young girl broke her record, and now she's like picking herself back up and being like, oh, I need to get my record back. And apparently this is like a very motivational story. I could really use some motivation. And I've also started playing tennis lately. I'm not good at it. I can barely hit a ball over like the net. But maybe, I don't know, maybe this will be my thing now, and it sounds really good. Then I'm gonna do the next prompt, which is... No, why do you keep getting the worst prompts? It is dark romance. I hope you can see that. What is a dark romance that is on my shelf? No, I don't want to read those. I have Credence, I have Birthday Girl, I have Corrupts. Ooh, none of those sound like something I would pick up. Ooh. I could also read like this novella. I know I said I don't like novellas, but I know I have a dark romance novella, and maybe it can be like both prompts. It is called Thief, and it's about this girl who breaks into this man's house, and she's getting caught, and other spicy things happen. So, okay, our next and final prompt. No, no, no. I refuse this one. It's non-fiction, and I'm not gonna do non-fiction because the only non-fiction I have here is Dare to Lead by Brené Brown, and I have no interest in this book. I'm not gonna read this book. I hate non-fiction with my entire being, and people can say, oh, but you haven't found the right book yet. No, I hate non-fiction. I don't care about anyone's life that much that I want to read a whole book about them. I want action, I want drama, I want love, I want everything that is not in a non-fiction book. So if you know really good non-fiction books, send them to me, because maybe that will kind of put me out of my non-fiction hate. But otherwise, no, I refuse this one. Also, I'm gonna get that one out of my little box because it keeps popping up each month, and I've hated it each month. I haven't rated any non-fiction book higher than 2 stars. So I'm not doing it, okay? New author. That one is actually a good one. It's gonna be Donna by Adeline Grace, and maybe this is a little bit cheating because I started the book already, but I'm not that far in. But this book, the premise of it sounds so interesting. Basically, it's about this girl who's been followed around by Death. And little side note, Death is an actual person in this book, but she's been followed around by Death since she was like a baby. But the thing is, she can't die, but everyone around her keeps dying, and she's kind of making a deal with Death to save people in her life because she doesn't want to have other people die anymore. It's weird and it's hard to explain, but the premise of it sounds so good, so why not try it out? This little stack looks so little as a TBR, but we have these 3 books, but also Queen of Shadows, we have a novella, dark romance, all other stuff. So I think we have a good TBR for this month, and I want to thank you for watching this video. If you have any book recommendations, leave them below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next video. Bye bye!